Hi everyone, as Planet Coaster 2 is approaching, I thought it'd be a nice way to wrap things up with some of my personal favorite coasters. I just did 1000 hours in this game, so that might give you some context of what to expect. I mean, that's just concerning. So either way, I plan on just showing a quick POV of each one and talk a bit about what I like about them. But I don't want to make this intro too long, so let's just get straight to the first one. So if you don't know, this was made in a video where I took Son of a Beast and made an RMC version of it. It was really fun to do and I think the results turned out really well. It might not be the most realistic with the vertical loop and the insanely beefy truss for the lift, but I mean, at the end of the day, that isn't really what I'm known for. So overall, I'm really happy with how the smoothness turned out, which is something that I usually have quite a bit of struggle with. All the elements also feel really fitting, especially the wave turn. I think that might be one of my favorite RMC elements of all time. I'm not sure, but it's definitely at the top somewhere. So when I decided to make this video, I knew that I had to include at least one of my GCI wooden coasters. The one that I went for is the second one that I made, and I built it in my Cedar Fair Park, Sherbrooke Hills. Yeah, the custom supporting is an absolute nightmare, but personally I think it's definitely worth it. This is by far one of the most striking coasters that I've ever made, and 100% one of my favorites. Compared to my other main one, which is in Northwind Fields, this one is much more realistic. The other one basically just meanders around a bit before hitting the brakes and has very few fast-paced turns, which basically is what GCI coasters is mainly about. I'm still not completely sure if it should be in third place. It definitely has the best custom supports that I've done, and as you can tell, it's extremely inspired by Steel Curtain. It's built in the collab park that I have with Planko by Seb, and overall I think it fits that park really well. It's really generic with no theme whatsoever, but I mean you could probably say that about most of my coasters. I think what brings it down a bit is that it isn't as smooth as the other two above it. So yeah, this is probably the best place to put it, but I have to say that I really like this one. Steel Curtain has always been one of my favorite looking coasters, so that definitely plays a big role in it. So as you can see, we got another RMC hybrid on this list, but this time it's a launched one. I think the reason for me making this one is that I had just discovered that you could get launched RMC hybrids and other types such as the Mach Extreme Spinner without any mods. I have an entire video about this on my channel, you can go check it out if you want to. But either way, I'm obviously happy with how this turned out. Everything from the layout to the smoothness and overall looks turned out really well, at least in my opinion. I went for this kind of mythology theme, which if I had to choose one would probably be my favorites. I mean, we're getting an official Viking theme in Planet Coaster 2, so that will be really cool to check out. So lastly, we've got the most recent of my coasters. It is what I've decided in my latest video to call a B&M Extreme Flying Coaster, and I think that fits. It's very different from any usual flying coaster, and it's by far the best overall design that I've done. Like the front dive from the station and the special looking drop just makes it so much more interesting. The scenery around it definitely helps to bring it up even more, but I truly believe it's by far the best I've ever done regardless. But that's about everything I wanted to show you guys in this video. I'm still working on my next Saltbridge Gardens episode, but I should hopefully have it out sometime by next week. So I'll see you guys then, and hopefully you will enjoy this final POV as well. As usual, thank you guys so much for watching.